Neil, can you explain the general theory of relativity so that a layperson could understand it? What is space-time?
Yes. Oh, sure,
Cool.
sure. So matter tells space how to curve, and space tells matter how to move. Therein is general relativity.
And you know what? Here's the
Oh, you want more
problem. Here's the problem. That is so. I mean, and seriously, that is very like beyond eloquent. It is also elegant what you just said. It is not just eloquent.
It had a little bit of too much haiku.
Yeah,
but
it's not just eloquent. It is also elegant. But the part of the question that I think you missed is he said so.
What part did I miss?
That a layperson can understand.
Well, I thought, okay, so I'll add another layer.
Chuck, just because you don't get it doesn't mean a layperson don't get
it. So what we learned after Newton, gravity was action at a distance. Mysteriously, Newton was upset that he could tell you that the moon and the earth attracted each other, but there was nothing in between. There was no rope, there was no chain, so he was a little disturbed by that, a little bit unsettled, but he knew his equations worked. So he was comfortable in that fact, but not comfortable in the fact that here's this gap and he doesn't know how to bridge it. So Albert Einstein comes along and says, wait a minute, it's not really a force at a distance. No, it is that matter and energy, because they're the same thing, E equals mc squared, any concentration of matter and energy distorts the fabric of space and time. So what you think is just empty space actually is a textured fabric. All right. And so here you are, you have a mass out there, it bends the fabric towards it. Now, here you are traveling through space, minding your own business, and you find yourself leaning towards where the bend is in the distorted fabric of space and time. And the denser is the object, and the stronger its gravity, the deeper the distortion in the fabric of space and time. And a black hole is like a throat that goes down, and there is no coming out. Now, so what that means is a beam of light would curve along that distorted space and time. And light travels the shortest distance between 2 points always. And so in curved space-time, the shortest distance between 2 points is going to be the curved trajectory along the curved fabric of space and time. So if I can get sort of automotively geeky on you, okay? There's an old joke in where is it in Charlotte? Where's the headquarters of NASCAR? Charlotte, right, North Carolina. So they say you joke with one of these NASCAR drivers and say, "Oh, do you only know how to turn left?" Okay, because the oval's all okay. So they got it wrong. Okay, do you realize the bank of the track? There's a speed with which you can drive, so that when you enter the bank of the track, you never have to turn the steering wheel, because the speed of your car and the bank of the track are exactly combined for you to follow the fabric of that space-time continuum, which in that case is a NASCAR track. So you can drive the entire track in an oval and never turn the steering wheel.
That's the laziest possible way to drive.
Yes, it is. So that their actual steering is when they maneuver around each other, not really when they're going on the bank to turn. It's mostly because they're trying to maneuver for position. So the banked oval is like the curvature of space-time in the universe, where light will travel that no matter what, and a car will bank that turn and end up going back in the other direction, even though you never turn the steering wheel. That's my automotively geeky analog to Einstein's general theory of relativity. That's not in the book, by the way. Okay.
Well, I'm glad we got to hear that.
In Twitter Spaces. Oh, by the way, until today, like for the last week, Amazon was out of stock of the book. So the book came out like last Tuesday, and they went out of stock Wednesday morning. It was like, what the fuck? So they finally got stock back in case anyone was like waiting in line for it.
Is it rough having so many bestsellers?
No, I don't have that. I have a few, but no.
Neil, you just said you have a few bestsellers.
Okay, sorry. Okay, it's a few, but it's not all. I have 15 books, and maybe 4 have been on the bestseller list.
Yeah, you know what? That's worse than an F. You're a failure. I'm sorry I even brought it up.
No, one of them did really, really, really well, and that was Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. And someone said, well, is that Astrophysics for Dummies? I said, no, that title was already taken. But it's actually not for dummies. It's like this real astrophysics in it, but it's short and to the point. And if you're in a hurry and you don't have time for fat books, Cosmic Queries is a fat book because you cannot shortchange the question, why am I here and what is my place in the universe? You can't do that. And how will it all end? I give you all the scenarios of how the universe will end. The scariest among them to me is the Big Rip, but I'll only answer that if somebody asks. So go on.
Is that about a fart?
No. Okay. You mean to rip one? No. It's worse.
Oh, okay.